Okay, everybody, let's get on these deviled eggs, all right? I'm simply showing you my recipe for how I make out of this world Southern style deviled eggs, okay? I'm sure there are many different ways to do it. I'm only showing you how I do it. So I got a bunch of these yolks in. I just want to show you. You know, I did in the other video, I showed you how to make the perfect hard cooked egg. And I also want to tell you, sometimes what I do is before I cut them in half, I take my peeled eggs and I put them in a little bitty bath of cold water. And I just kind of swirl them around. And any stuck membrane or little pieces of shell, if you do it thoroughly, then you can just pull them out, and I just kind of lay them out on paper towels, let them dry. All right? That way, you won't be all thinking, oh, I took the best deviled eggs and crunch. Then nobody wants to eat any of them. All right. So, getting back on this, that was just a little tidbit. I have another bowl. I just throw my halves in at the beginning until I'm ready for them. Not ready for them. I'll have to switch the set around and all that too. I picked this bowl. I don't normally need a bowl like this, but I always try to pick out something I think you can see really well. Because, you know, you don't need to see a bunch of shots of me. Some people like it when I get in there. Sometimes I want to, and sometimes I just don't. Might be in the middle of a whole bunch of stuff that day. But anyway, see, I'm just taking an old fork, and I just come in, mash them up. I'm probably going to edit up so you don't have to just watch me boringly smush egg yolk. Can't stand it when everybody just, never mind. I'll keep my mouth shut. That's just how I do it. And that's all I can do. I always do basic. I don't need to be told what you can put in a deviled egg. Been making deviled eggs also. Just like I've been boiling them for over 40 years. I've been making deviled eggs for over 40 years. So, as you can see, I don't want any huge hunks in there. That's kind of like I like it. Kind of like a coarse. All right. I'm going to quickly show you what I put in there. These amounts are not exact. It gets to where it's to your taste. And I might dump these bowls and you got to just taste it. And that's when you'll know if you need to add a little more of this or that. After you've done it a few times, you'll know. So you probably ask a lot of people when they make their egg salad. There's no like exactly 1/2 cup because your eggs are different. Everything's different. And you want to add a little in the beginning. You can't take it out. If they get runny, they're just gonna be runny. So you don't want them runny, okay? So I never add everything I want to add, okay? So this is about, I don't know, might be 1/2 cup. I don't know. I really didn't measure it, to be honest with you. And that's just regular mayonnaise of your choice. People swear by Duke's, Hellman's. I did not make this mayonnaise, but you also know I make my own mayonnaise most of the time. I've been sick. I haven't been able to do that. So, anyway, there you go. Use whatever mayonnaise you use. You can use Miracle Whip. It's not going to come out the same. You got to have mayonnaise for this. Now, you know, if you are a subscriber and you know me, and if you don't, I'm going to tell you, you know I'm from Louisiana. So, Creole mustard is a staple in my house growing up. We use it for everything. So, I got about a tablespoon of Creole mustard because that's what I like. And then, I also have a heaping teaspoon of just yellow mustard. You can just use all yellow mustard if you want to. Or, if you want to, you can use Dijon. But, my favorite, I use Dijon a lot. But, you know, certain things, gotta have my Creole. In here, I have about a 1/2 teaspoon. I'm going to garnish with paprika, so I don't want a lot, but it does add to the flavor. I've got a little 1/2 teaspoon of paprika. I got a heaping 1/4 teaspoon of just granulated old school garlic. Sorry, that's my ice maker. And I've got about, I don't know, the bowl makes it look like a lot more. Maybe a heaping quarter teaspoon of salt, because I know I'm going to want some salt in there, but I might have to taste it and see. I'm going to dump that in there. And I've got that's about 2 or 3, I didn't measure, to be honest with you, about 2 or 3 tablespoons of sweet relish. If you make it Southern style, it's sweet relish, okay? That's just how it's done. If you're making Southern style deviled eggs, you don't put any dill relish in your thing. Some people put half and half. I'm, again, telling you how I make it. Now, you see, that's pretty good. Little too dry. So, the end's going to come in. The rest of this mayonnaise here. Then I'll go from there. I might need to add some more mustard, too. And I might need to add some more relish. You got to taste things like egg salad to know when they're right. May even want a little more relish, who knows? I may have said that already. This is getting to the consistency I like. All right, I don't like mine runny. I like mine where I can get them in the egg and they'll stay, not run out over the edge. Okay, I'm gonna taste this real quick. Right off the bat, I'm gonna tell you what, I'm gonna want more relish. So that's another heaping tablespoon. I'm probably gonna go about another heaping teaspoon. As you're cooking, maybe you've made deviled eggs before, and this might be your first time. Everybody gets where they like theirs a little different. I'm definitely gonna, and see, I hadn't even added my pepper in. Let me see what I'm gonna start with here. I like pepper in mine. You can go easy on that if you want to. And I'm definitely gonna need a little more salt. Just using regular table salt today. That was just probably not even guess I got a heap an 1/8 inch. Okay, I'm going in. I used my fork already, so now I'm gonna use this spoon. So I don't double dip. Sorry, folks, I don't. Grosses me out when I see people do it. One of my pet peeves. Oh yeah. The only other thing it needs, a little more pepper, a little bit more Creole mustard. Give that a stir. Not a whole lot. If you want to, throw in you don't want to overwhelm your deviled eggs. Everybody wants to add all this crap. Do that if you want to. I'm teaching you basics. I've done it all. You can put bacon in it. You can put scallions in it, aka green onion. Whatever you want to do like that. It's good. I'm not saying it's not good. But I'm trying to teach basic stuff. I always get all critiqued and stuff on my videos. I always have optional ingredients down below. Y'all should know that. So, if you don't know it, I'm telling you. I also don't make you click on 3 different websites to get the recipe and then scroll down 10 feet because, you know, I'm sorry, I know I sound mean and old, I guess. But no offense, you got beautiful kids. I don't need to see 10 shots of them with chocolate smeared on their face eating your chocolate chip cookies or whatever. Am I mean? Am I mean to say that? I guess I am. All right, last taste. Again, this is a different spoon I've not used. Just a little Demitasse spoon I had. Just right. Okay. I'm going to show you next step. I just get an old Ziploc bag. Let me do that, and then I'll come back. You don't need to watch me put it into the bag to take up 10 minutes. I'll come back when it's done, okay? I think you know how to put some crap in a Ziploc bag, all right? I'll be back. Okay, everybody, I moved some stuff around so I could just reach it easier. And I want to tell you a couple of things. If you're making, say you're going to bring in a dozen boiled eggs, that'd be 24 halves. Well, you need to make more than that. Eggs inevitably will crack. you might drop one. You might, my knife clipped this one. I was talking to my kid and it didn't cut all the way through, but when I picked it up, see, it split. And if you make more eggs than that, then you've always got your perfect half to take to wherever you take them. If you're at home, who cares? But you know what we call these at my house? We call these the sample eggs. So they don't go to waste, believe me. All right. Anyway, back to the Ziploc bag here. Look here. I just like to use a big old large freezer bag. It gives me more squeeze room, etc., etc. Now I'm gonna give you another tip before I cut the tip. Speaking of, no pun intended. You take your bag, store brand, whatever. This is just what I have. I got them at Sam's. I like Ziploc freezer bags better. Store brand they just suck, just to be honest with you. But anyway, you know you're not using the whole Ziploc bag, right? And I see people just spoon it in there. They get it up all over the zip part and all that. If you want to do it that way, do it that way. I'm just trying to share a tidbit with you. Ask me how I know. Anyway, you come in here, you know you're not going to take up a whole lot of room. So you just keep folding down, and you fold down. Poof, put your stuff in there. If you're filling it up, unfold it one. That's why you just don't fold it in one big fold. That way you can just fold it up a little bit. Then after you're done, unroll it, blah, blah, blah. Seal it, but before you seal it, look, roll. I've already done it on this one. Roll your air out of it. Roll the air out of it. That way your food will last a little longer. Anyway, look at what I did. I smushed that up there. I didn't mean to. Anyway, let me mesh this on down. Now, next to the cutting part, don't cut you a big old tip. Cut a small tip. That gives you more control. Boom, just like that. And then I come back. Let me get my bag situated. I made these on the slightly more runny side than I actually normally do. That's okay. Guess I was blabbing my mouth to y'all. All right, and it's so simple. You just come in, if you want to use a piping bag, knock yourself out. I just do it this way. And I come back, I just fill them in. She's still wanting in. It's only because I'm talking. I'll fix that one with a spoon. All right, blah, blah, blah. You can see I did it. And then I'm gonna come in, and what I do is, when I start, I don't just pipe them all the way up because I want to be sure I'm not gonna, if I heap them all up, then, I might not have enough piping. Yolk. So, again, here's all I do. But at the end, I'll come back, and I don't like to heap them up too much, but I don't want them just flat even, like that. I like them rounded, kind of like this one. I'll take this same spoon I smeared with. I guess. I did sort of smear it. Okay, that's it. I'm not a chef. Come back in. Sometimes I'll put a little green onion in the middle. Sometimes I'll put a little black olive. Decoration. But if you're having Southern style green eggs in the ham. If you're having Southern style deviled eggs, you've got to do your paprika like this, y'all. Either you can do pimento, is good. You can do a little slice of green olive, that's pretty. You can do bacon. You can do a scallion, just thinly sliced scallion right in the middle. Green onion, I meant. Stuff like that. And there you have it. Deviled eggs. That's Goldie. She still wants in. Deviled eggs. Hey, Hetty, what's cooking style? Southern style eggs. Deviled eggs. I hope you'll give it a little try. And even if you make your own recipe and you're just curious and watch the video, even if you did that, maybe I gave you a couple of tidbits. But I know if you boil your eggs like I showed you to in the previous video, one thing I know for sure is you'll get the perfect boiled egg every time. I even gave you times to pull them out if you're just eating them and you want soft boiled or medium. And you'll have to tweak it a little bit yourself, but I gave you the idea of the times. I'll see ya. Bye.